Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to another segment of Divine Femininity United. I am your girl, Bianca, Miss B. Lee. You already know who I am, what I am. There's no need to run the resume. If you need to have the resume, then I'll let you know in another, area. But this is not important today. Today, we are finding out the necessities of how to become a sacred woman so that we can attract divine and sacred unions. Okay, sacred unions, sacred partners. Hello, Facebook user. I'm not sure who you are. You're probably viewing from a private page. You want to come out of there if you want to be known. You want to come out of there. You want to go to a public page, i.e., Let's Be Real, or my public page, Bianca Miss B. Lee, or Twitter or YouTube if you want to. Then we can see your beautiful face and your beautiful name, okay? So today we are getting more into sacred union. Last time we came together, we did sacred relationships where we talked about mother-daughter relationship, mother-son relationships. Hello, Mia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you all know, we are absolutely okay. Justin, come on over to the other side. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You all know that we each week we have a focus. We have a different focus that we zoom in on, and then we kind of ready ourselves, better ourselves, learn what it means to be linear to sacredhood inside of that particular area, right, within our divine feminine selves. Hello on Clubhouse. Welcome, William. Welcome, Constant. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You all know that we are airing live, audio only on Clubhouse, video on Facebook, 4 different platforms, YouTube and Twitter, okay? So because we got to reach everybody. We don't want to limit who we are having access to, right? All right, there you go, Justin. Yes, that is better, okay? So this is what we're going to do. First of all, I'm not sure if you all follow astrology at all. I'm not sure if you all do, but if you all are following astrology, you do know that right now we are approaching, if not happening right now as we speak, the full moon, the full super moon in Capricorn is happening right now. Let me tell you something about a super moon. Super moons are amazing. Super moons are very powerful, as if the regular moon, regular full moon or whatever the case, is not powerful. Each new moon, full moon, each one has a significance, and it has a significance as it relates to us as human beings, people, beings on this planet, okay? I tell people all the time, no matter what faith you are following, no matter what religion you are in, date back to your ancestors, whether they were Native Americans, whether they were African Americans, whether they were Africans, no matter where you come from, right? No matter where you come from, date back to your ancestors, and you will find that they focused their attention on the placement of the stars, the placement of the planets, the moon, the sun, the air, the fire, the water, nature, earth. They really, really zoomed in on those things, and they incorporated it into their faith, into their practice, because they matter. Okay? Turn to your neighbor to the right and the left and say, they matter. Why else would they be here if they did not matter? Every single element on the face of this earth, down to the smallest blade of grass, matters. Down to the tiniest of the speck of ant that you see, matters. They matter to the existence and the longevity of this planet. They also matter to your existence. They matter. So let's stop normalizing, or perpetuating the fact that these things don't matter. If they did not matter, I can guarantee you they wouldn't be here. That's a guarantee. Okay. All righty. So let's do that. Let's be more cognitive of those things and incorporating those things into our day-to-day life. Okay. So I'm going back to the supermoon in Capricorn right now. Let me tell you something. I posted something today regarding that, so that you all can be aware of the season that we're in. This was my post, right? It says we have a powerful full supermoon in Capricorn happening tomorrow. Okay, where you all, depending on where you all are, tomorrow can be right now. Okay, and it's giving us space to finish what we have started. Finish what you've started. Often the big idea, quote unquote, will come, or an intention will be planted, but we stop ourselves right there. We set the intention and we don't go any further than that. We set the intention and say, for instance, New Year's resolutions. I call them New Year resolutions, okay? Because you definitely lie to yourself. You know, it's like you're just going through the ritual. You're just going through the whole routine of doing these things, but yet you know good and full well you're not going to follow through with these things that you set up for. You probably had a great intention on doing them, but what else after that, okay? So tomorrow we can release the tendency to not see things through. Some of us have created a habit of procrastination. Not just procrastination. Procrastination in and of itself is a bad thing. But to have a habit of procrastination, meaning this is just your way of doing things. You have a whole full habit of not finishing projects, of not seeing things through, of not doing the things that you're supposed to do. Yes, constant on Clubhouse says a cycle of failing. This is your normal. And here's the crazy part about it. You have sat and put your feet in some fur-lined slippers in this normal. Some people are so comfortable in this normal, so they say. All right? Because if it requires work to get out of this normal, we don't want to do that. Work? Did you say work? Oh no. Supermoons happen when the moon's orbit is closer than usual to the Earth. You'll be able to see it bigger, fuller. So for some reason, you'll look up and you'll be like, oh my God, it looks like I could just reach up and grab it. That's how close to the Earth's surface it is. And since tomorrow's supermoon will be the closest one of 2022, the closest one of 2022, its energy will be undeniable. How many of you all have been feeling the energy of the supermoon even before it appears? You know when a new moon is going to come. You know when a supermoon is coming, a full moon is coming, all of those things, because you'll start to feel it in your atmosphere. You'll start to feel it in your being. You'll start to feel it in your mental space, your emotional space. You'll start to feel it. Okay. This is a supermoon in Capricorn in the Cancer season. Whoa. All of it. Okay. You'll start to feel it. Jocelyn says, oh yeah, I have been. Absolutely. All right. With Mercury being activated. Mercury Day. You all know Mercury Day. Each day of the week is associated with a planet. Okay. Ooh, Constance says, yes, my cycle is in tune with the moon this month. Absolutely. That's awesome. Actually, contrary to popular belief, it'd be the men for me. Let me just do a slight mini tangent. Okay. It'd be the men for me. Because the man folk of old, right? The month cycle was literally connected and paired, aligned with the cycle of the moon, which is 28 days. 28 days, right? 28 days. Also connected to the cycle of the moon is the woman's cycle. Her reproductive cycle, her menstrual cycle, her, the day when it's the cycle that determines when she's most fertile, when she, when she's ovulating, it's connected to the moon. Okay. Let me tell you why we have longer months. Because some of the men in the Roman times wanted to celebrate their birthday longer. They wanted to celebrate their birthday longer. So they extended the month so that they can have more of a celebration. So for selfish reasons, we now have 30 and 31 and 20, all of those days. Why? Because somebody wanted to party. They wanted to keep the party going. Right? But the exact moon cycle is 28 days. That is in total alignment with the woman's menstrual cycle. Okay? Which says a lot about how huge and how badly they have tried to mute the relevance of woman in history. Jocelyn said, what? Really? Wow. Yes, ma'am. They have tried to mute the relevance and the power of women, the significance of women in history, period, point blank. They've tried to quiet us. They've tried to shun us. They tried to disappear us. They tried to remove us. They have taken the original Ankh, okay, the Egyptian time, Kemetic time Ankh, the original cross, quote unquote, okay. They took it, and the symbol of the Ankh, if you're familiar with the symbol of an Ankh, there's a circular piece at the top, right, and then the extended arms on the outside, and then the long piece in the center pointing down or extending downward. That circular piece and those arms on the side were representatives of the woman's ovaries and fallopian tube. The side pieces were the ovaries, the fallopian tube, or the womb. The womb was the circular piece at the top. The elongated piece at the bottom was the man's penis, the organ of the man. So in the Ankh, the Kemetic Egyptian time cross, quote unquote, it included both men and women. It included both man and woman, right? But now with the takeover and the remix, okay, the takeover and the remix and the stealing and the killing and the destroying of all things records, and truth, let me add that word to it, then the Ankh was remixed and it became the cross, where there was no presence of woman at all. Woman was completely depleted. And the cross represented the father, patriarch, the son, masculine patriarch, the Holy Ghost that has a masculine energy. Masculine, masculine, masculine. Okay? Masculine, masculine, masculine. No sign of feminine whatsoever. Yes, Constance says the unity of both male and female. That is the Ankh. Absolutely. But in today's church cross, religious cross, there's no sign of woman anywhere. So for centuries, thousands and thousands and thousands of years, they have been trying, the Europeans have been trying to eliminate the relevance of woman. You can never do that, because without woman, there would be no creation. Women are creators. We are the birthers. We are the portals from spirit to this physical realm. If not for woman, you wouldn't be eaten, because Mother Nature, Mother Earth is birthing you new food every day. Okay? Yes, Constance says Western society cut the woman out because they knew the strength of the Black family, period. Okay? Woman, period. Okay? So this is why it is imperative for us to understand who we are, why we are, what we are, where we are, so that we can complete our journey here. Okay? This is why. This is why, woman, queen, goddess, this is why it is important for you to understand your power, your worth, your divinity, your sacredness. It is important for you to understand who you are, so that no one, and I mean no one, I don't give a good doggone who they are, can mute you or erase you or quiet you or push you to the side or tell you to go to the back or whatever the case. Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. The way my lungs are set up, the way this open throat chakra is set up, no God, no ma'am, no ham, no spam. You could never. All right? And then that's why it is very important for the queen mother to, especially if you have queen daughters, okay? If you are a queen mother and you are the mother of daughters, it is even more important for you to understand who you are, what you are, why you are, where you are, how you are, so that you can communicate those very lessons to your daughters, so that they can understand who they are, why they are, what they are, where they are, who they are. Okay? Unfortunately, not too many queen mothers are doing this because they themselves don't know those answers. Okay? We are the birthers. We are creation. If not for women, there would be none. Period. Okay? It's hilarious that the men are trying to shut us up, but if not for your mother, you wouldn't be here, sir. Be clear. Okay? All right. That was my little tangent. All right. Okay. Matter of fact, no, I got another piece. I'm gonna add another piece to the toxicity of the masculinity from back in the day. The reason why women, when we're birthing, we're now required to lay on our backs to birth is because I think it was King Louis the 14th. King Louis the 14th, I want to say. He was he was a father of 22 children. Okay, so he had his wives and concubines and things like that. But he got off on watching the birth of babies. Like you know how we see the birth of babies, you know, we see it as a miraculous thing. It's a beautiful thing. Life is being birthed into the world. We see it as something, as a thing of beauty, right? Reverence. You know, we marvel at it. It's amazing how a one woman, a being, can create and cultivate a whole other being and then pass this being into the world and then go right back to her normal being self. That is beautiful. That is amazing. Okay. But they also, back in those times, they would stand up, they would kneel, they would lean forward, they would be on their knees, they would squat to get a little more comfortable to be able to pass the baby through without any issues from the coccyx, any issues from the pelvic, any issues from the cervix. And they would sit and they would squat and their hips would be able to open further for them to be able to have that mobility, that flexibility, and that movement. Okay. To get comfortable. You are bringing a whole human being to this earth. Okay. You got to get comfortable. Seriously. So, but because they were sitting and squatting and things like that, he couldn't see the vagina or the baby passing through the vagina, which is what he wanted to get off on. And when I say get off, I mean he wanted to pleasure himself to it. Okay. So what he did was, to get a better view, he wanted her to lay completely in front of him on her back and have her legs agape, you know, wide open, so that he can have front seat view of her whole vagina and the baby coming through, so that he can pleasure himself while she's giving birth. If you did not know, that is why women today are on their back. And there was a doctor who actually saw that take place and started incorporating that into their practice. And so now we have women on their backs in stirrups, and it's very uncomfortable. You can't move when you're on your back. You can't move around and be flexible and get yourself in a comfortable position. It's better. It's easier for the mother to stand up or to be on her knees and leaning forward and things like that. It's easier for us to pass babies through when we're in another position. On our back, we're limited. We can't move. You know, the baby is trying to get through the pelvic. You know, it's not wide open enough. It's, y'all, anyway, toxic masculinity from back in the day. Lord have mercy. Okay, going back to the supermoon. So with Mercury being activated, with the Mercury being the planet of communication in all forms, the planet of communication, and Mercury right now in Cancer season, hello, water sign, hello, emotions, hello, all right. Channels of communication will be open. So if you find yourself having to face, you know, and have hard topics, have hard conversations, this is the reason why, right? It's in the air. This moon is a powerful meditation on transformation. Powerful meditation on transformation. The first lunation of 2022 was a new moon in Capricorn on January 2nd, the day after the New Year's resolutions, okay? The day after. Think back to any intentions that you might have set. Have you been honoring those intentions? Be real with yourself, right? Are any of the modifications necessary? Do you need to change and update some of those intentions that you set out there to do? Are you transforming in the ways that you want to be transforming? Are you actually doing and carrying out the things that you said that you were going to do? Not for anybody else, for you. Not to look like you are, not to appear to be like you are, but are you doing it for real, for real, for real? Not flexing, not capping, but are you doing it? This moon is also conjunct or close to, for those who don't know what the conjunct is, close to the planet Pluto, which represents death and rebirth. So here we are transforming. Here we are communicating. Here we are dying and rebirthing. So we're killing things off, old things that are no longer serving us, and then we're rebirthing new things, bringing them into the forefront. Pluto has been activated within our charts all year because we're experiencing our Pluto return in our second house of resources and self-worth. All right. If you're aware of the houses and their representation, then you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Things are being transformed all around us. This moon is a reminder that true transformation takes care and patience. Care and patience. Planting intentions is not enough. We have to tend to the soil in which our intentions have been planted. Don't just put the seed in there and go on about your business. No. Work the seed. Tend to the soil. Water the seed, cultivate the seed, prune the weeds, clean off the ground and the soil around, then the grounds around it, so the soil can have a healthy foundation to bloom and grow and brings forth fruit. Okay. We have to prune any behaviors that disrupt healthy growth. I'm going to say that again for the people in the bike. You know you. You know where you're slipping. You know where you need to mature. You know where you need to expand. You know where you need to change. You know your own toxicity. At the end of the day, when you look at yourself in the mirror, you cannot avoid you. I don't care what lies you told all day long. Okay? I don't care what facade you try to put on all day long. Guess what? You, at the end of the day, are left with you. So you focusing on you being real with you need to be the one to say, where am I going wrong? Where am I lying to myself? What do I need to do? Okay? You know the behaviors that need to be disrupted. You know the behaviors that need to be pruned and purged and plucked. Okay? We cannot rush this process. The house that contains your Capricorn will reveal some areas in your life in which these transformations have been happening. All right. We all have Capricorn in one of our 12 whole sign houses. I don't care what listen. Those who don't know, they only focus on your sun sign, which is I'm a Libra. I'm a this, I'm a that. That's great. Yes, you are. That is your sun sign. That is your dominant sign. Yes. But there's also a moon sign. There's a rising or ascendant sign. There's your Mercury. There's your Jupiter. There's your Venus. There's your Saturn. There's so many. We are all 12. We just have a dominant ruling one. Okay. But we are all 12. I'm a Libra. I'm a Libra sun. So when my Libra season is up, that don't mean I just disappear off the face of the earth and I don't come back until the next Libra season. Come on now. I'm here still during the Scorpio season, the Sagittarius season, the Capricorn season, the Aquarius season, and so forth and so on. So that means that you as a Libra need to determine and understand who you are as a Libra in Scorpio season, as a Libra in Sagittarius season, as a Libra in Capricorn season, and so forth and so on. Because it changes, it adjusts throughout the year. All right. So we all have those 12 houses that we need to focus on. All right. Your this is the house that contains your Capricorn according to your rising sign. If you are aware of your rising sign, all right, your ascendant, if you know your sign, then I'm going to read off the house that you need to be focusing on in this season of full super moon in Capricorn, in Cancer season. Okay. All right. If you are unaware of your rising sign or your whole natal chart as a whole, then you can email me. Email me at info@biancamissblee.com. Let me put that on the screen for you so that you can go and do that. And I will pull up your natal chart for you so that you can, there you go. Email us at info@biancamissblee.com so that you can get that natal chart for yourself. And you can understand what your 12 houses are, where your planets are located, where your sign is located, where your rising, where your moon is, all of those things. And you will understand exactly what house you're in and what area you need to be focusing on at any given point of the year. Okay. If you know your rising sign, I'm going to give it to you. Okay. My rising is Libra. I'm a Libra stellium, and stellium means you have either 3 or more or 4 or more or 5 or more same signs in one area. Okay. In what same planets or whatever in one area, in one sign. And I have 5 in Libra. I am a Libra dominant, baby. Okay. So but your rising sign is the one that you want to focus on. All right. If your rising sign is in Aries, you want to focus on the 10th house. All right. The 10th house is your career, your goals, your structure and status, reputation, public image, your the fathers and the men in your life, experts, all of those things. That's what you want to focus on. If your rising sign is in Taurus, you want to focus on the 9th house. That is travel, wisdom, philosophy, higher education, like going to consider, schooling or other courses in class, law, religion, cross-cultural relationship, learning, ethics. All right. If your rising sign is in Gemini, that is the 8th house, merging, sex and intimacy, shared finances, inheritance, taxes, loans, assets, property, joint ventures, partners and resources. So this could be in the realm of your relationship. Okay. This could be in the realm of your relationship. Hello, Queen Essence. How are you? So if your rising sign is in Gemini, then you're focusing on that. If your rising sign is in Cancer, you are looking at the 7th house. For the season of the supermoon in Capricorn. That is in the area of relationships, marriage, contracts, business partnerships, equality, sharing, interpersonal styles. You want to focus on that right there. Rising sign in Leo. You're focusing on the 6th house, which is your health, fitness. Okay. Your work habits, organization, sense of usefulness, your services that you're given. All right. The rising in Virgo. If your rising sign is in Virgo, you're focusing on your 5th house for this season of the supermoon. Romance, love affairs, creativity, playing time, childlike energy. This will be the time to start watching cartoons or going outside and playing, maybe writing or drawing, coloring. Come on, there's adult coloring books, y'all, that we can take part of. Okay. Self-expression and happiness and joy. That is the focus you need to be focusing on right now. If your rising is in Leo, rising in Virgo. If your rising is in Virgo, your house to focus on is the 5th house. That is the area of wait. Your rising, I think I did. No, Leo is 6th house. Leo is 6th house, your health, your fitness. I think I did that. Virgo is 5th. Yes, we did that. Now, rising in Libra, this is mine. That is the 4th house. Home, your roots, family, self-care, emotions, foundation, mother energy, mother conversation, children. Okay, women and femininity. That is where, so my self-love, and I started that too today, right before I got onto this live, I did a spiritual bath. And after the spiritual bath, I smothered and doused myself with some good chamomile oils. Okay, I put on my goddess oil. I did some Oya oil. I did Oya because Oya, if you're familiar with the Yoruba and the goddesses and the gods of Yoruba, then you understand that Oya is very good at purging. She's very good at removing. Okay, she's very good at that. Very good at that. All right. So what she does is she gets all of this stuff out of your way. The things that are maybe blocking you, the things that are easily besetting you. She removes the people that don't need to be in your life. She removes the habits and some of the things that don't need to be in your life. She reveals them and removes them. Okay. That's what Queen Mother Oya does. And so what I did was I put, especially in this season of death and rebirth, in this season of transformation for me. Oh yeah, I called on Mama Oya for sure. Okay, so I got me some Oya oil. I got me my Queen oil, my self-love oil that was created specifically for me. Okay, I got me some chamomile oils, some lavender oils, and I loved on myself. All right. Even just with putting the oils on my skin, loving me, thanking me, doing self-care for sure, loving on yourself. That is the house. That is my Libra house in 4th house. That's my focus for this season for the full supermoon. Rising sign is Scorpio. If your rising sign is Scorpio, you're focusing on the 3rd house, which is your mind, the thinking, communication, social activities, your interests, okay? Early education and all of those things. That's what you're focusing on. Rising in Sagittarius, that is the 2nd house. Money, work, income, daily routines, your values, material possessions, priorities, habits, your job or your work ethic. And then the next is rising sign in Capricorn. That is your first house, because this is your super moon in Capricorn. First house is always yourself, how you appear, your appearance for you, the beginnings, your body, your first impressions, your attitude, your identity. This is how you see you, right? This is how you see you. Your Capricorn in your rising Capricorn, that you're focusing on your first house. Rising in Aquarius, this is your 12th house. You're focusing on endings, healing, bringing closure, spirituality, solitude, okay, afterlife stuff, your limiting beliefs, your subconscious. That's what you're focusing on in this season. And lastly, your rising being in Pisces, that is the 11th house. You're dealing with groups and friends, social awareness, humanitarianism, technology, hopes and wishes, your future. That is your focus for this season, okay? That is your focus. If you are lucky enough to find yourself under the clear night sky and you are watching that big, full super moon, don't be shy about talking to the moon and asking for the help required to fulfill these promises to yourself that you have made to you. This is not for anybody else. This is for you. On our journey of this life, our journey is to build, expand, elevate, ascend. That is our journey. That is what we daily, that should be our focus every single day, to expand ourselves, to grow ourselves, to heal ourselves, all of those things. That is our journey for this life. And if we are not taking strategic and intentional steps towards that journey and towards that goal, then what are you moving for? What are you doing? What are you doing this extra stuff for? Like, why are you even doing these things? What is the point of them? You know what I'm saying? This life starts with you. This focus is for you, you first. And then everybody else is extra. And I'm talking about spouse, kids, partner, mama, daddy, sister, brother, goldfish, dog named Rover. You are your main priority. Once you understand and love yourself, once you understand and treat yourself as your main priority, I can guarantee you will then understand how to love others when you identify and master loving you. We teach people how to treat us by how we treat ourselves. We do things we show people how to love us and show people how to help us or whatever by how we help ourselves. You are your main template. I don't care what somebody told you. Oh, that's selfish. You got to give up to others before you give to yourself. Baby, even on a plane, they tell you to secure your own mask before you secure somebody else's. Okay? You are your main priority. Don't ever forget that. Debunk all of the foolishness that was told to you before with regards to, you gotta give unto others. It's better to give than to receive, right? Give to yourself. If you have a teacup sitting on a saucer, okay, that was my country, my ebonic self coming out, sitting on the saucer. If you have a teacup and you're pouring tea into this teacup, and it's getting to the top, and then all of a sudden it starts to overflow into the saucer, right? And you steady pouring. The more you pour, the more it's going to come out, right? The more it's going to overflow and fall into that saucer. That saucer is what you give to everybody else, the overflow. That pour, that constant pour into that cup, that's you. If you constantly pour into you, then the overflow will never end for you to be able to give to other people. So not only are you staying hydrated and your thirst is quenched, but so is everybody else. You got plenty to give to them as well. But how in the world are you going to give to somebody else if your cup is empty? Make it make sense to me. Okay, so let's debunk that whole lie that you give to other people before you give to yourself. No ma'am, no ham, no spam, not ever. Okay, love you, show you, tend to you, heal you, expand you, grow you, ascend you, and then everything else will follow. Everything else will follow. Okay? Jocelyn says we must pour into ourselves to pour into others. Period. Can't pour out of a dry cup. You cannot. It's impossible. All right? Now, I know. Here we go. We are now going into our Sacred Woman chapter and gateway for today. Okay, Sacred Woman gateway for today is the gateway number 8. This is Sacred Union. Last time we met about a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about sacred relationships, right? Here we go. Yes, ma'am. Real talk. Absolutely. You better know it. Here we go. Sacred Union. That is chapter 13. If you're following along in the book, chapter 13. If you have the PDF, go to chapter 13, gateway 8, Sacred Union. Of course, you already know she starts with her ancestors. She calls them out, her elders, her contemporaries. So for her ancestor is Betty Shabazz. Okay. Her elders, Ruby Dee, Coretta Scott King, and contemporary Susan Taylor. These are people that that puts her in the mind of sacred union, what it means to have a sacred union. Okay, sacred union is with your partner, your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Let's get to it, because now we got to purge, and we gotta heal some of these wounded relationships. We got to heal some of these wounds from relationships. All right, because a lot of us are a pile of mess and mush because we have stayed in foolishness. We have, even when things are revealed to us, I do not understand. Trust and believe I was her. We all was her. Come on. Can we be real today? Queen Esther said real talk. Can we have real talk today? Can we please? Can somebody just okay, let's stop lying to ourselves. The only way that we gonna heal ourselves is if we be real with ourselves. We have all been there, and quiet as it's kept, some of us still there. Hey, don't be mad with me. I love you too much to lie to you. I love you too much to perpetuate this lie that you're trying to tell yourself. No, ma'am. It's time to grow out of that. It's time to heal. And as soon as you heal you, then you can understand what you're worthy of. And then you can look over at that joker sitting next to you, and you can say, yeah, no, sir, you ain't it. Thank you for coming out. We appreciate you. There's your parting gift. God bless you. Good night. Because you have to love you. All right. And settling for somebody who you know good and doggone well is hurting you, that is self-sabotage. You are killing yourself. Literally. It ain't nobody's fault but yours. Okay. Yeah, all right. Y'all ready for this talk? Because we got to do it. Because I'm tired of my sisters hurting. I'm tired of it. Okay. Here we go. Let's do it. Of course, you already know how she talks about setting up the altars and things like that for the ancestors that she has called on to focus for this focus, Sacred Union. Okay. Here we go. Gateway 8, Sacred Union, daily spiritual observances. The gateway element is water, moon for the female, and fire, sun for the male. Because, of course, these are unions, okay? Whether your union is, male, whatever your lifestyle is, that is not my concern, all right? Whatever makes you float, baby, whatever makes your boat float, you let it float, all right? Here we go. Sacred Union eliminates toxic, dysfunctional relationships that destroy life, and creates and supports cleansed, honest, and harmonious relationships that energize one's life. Fulfilling healthy relationships are the result of establishing sacred union. Let me tell you something. For me, I have never, even in my foolishness, even in my ignorance, even in my immaturity, even in my low self-esteem days, even in my low self-image days, I have never, ever had to go stalking, researching, peeping around the corner, being paranoid, all of this stuff. You know why? Because every single time that somebody that I was with was doing something they ain't had no business, the wonderful power and ability that I have as far as my gifts spiritually, dreams, interpretations, sights, and all of those things, intuition for sure, which has never steered me wrong, has told me everything I needed to know. Everything I needed to know. Do you hear me? Every single thing I needed to know. I ain't looking through nobody's phone. I ain't research who. I ain't going to no emails. I ain't who. What I'm exerting extra energy for? Because 9 times out of 10, the joke is sloppy anyway. Okay? Let's be real. Come on. Come on. Can we be real today? 9 times out of 10, that joke is sloppy anyway because they too cocky. They too arrogant. They think, you know what I'm saying? They really think they're getting away with something. You understand? All right. Johnson says, say that. Won't it happen just as clear as the moon shines in the sky? Baby. Huh? I've never had to. And I really do feel for my sisters that feel that they need to. Trust me, daughter, let me say this to you right here, right now. Daughter, mother, sister, auntie, grandma, nim, bestie. Let me tell you this. Stop dismissing your gut. Stop it. Stop ignoring your intuition. That is a natural trait of yours. Stop dismissing your inner signals. Stop it, I say unto thee. Hey, Queen Natasha. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes. Huh. Stop ignoring your inner signals. If you feel, and I'm talking about especially those queens who you ain't got a low self-esteem nowhere. Okay. You confident and you sure about your steps, baby. Okay. You know you fine as wine on a good summer day. All right. Stop ignoring your signals. We are so brilliantly crafted and just designed that we have warnings from within. Sis, I am here to tell you, if your gut is telling you something ain't right, 10 times out of 10, not 9, no baby, not 99.9%, baby, 100%. 100% of the time, something ain't right. Okay? Something is not right. At that point of signal being received, all you got to do is just keep your eyes open. That's it. Because the proof of that, something that ain't right, it's going to show up sooner or later. You just be prepared. If you get that gut feeling that something ain't right, baby, let me tell you something. Don't you ignore her. Don't you ignore her. Because our problem, we ignore and we act oblivious and we ignore. Let me tell you why we ignore. We ignore because of our own insecurities. We ignore because, I'm not going to say nothing because if I say something, then I'm going to be by myself. The reason we ignore is out of fear of being alone. Baby, I love me too much to be letting a joker pull a wool over my eyes and make me look stupid. Period. Okay? I have been a silly woman too many years of my life. I have been a stupid woman too many years of my life. I have been a gullible woman too many years of my life. I be John Brown, as the elders say. I be John Brown if I continue to be a silly, stupid, gullible, ignorant, green woman today. When you know you, when you love you, when you know how you operate, who you are, why you are, when you know those answers, and when you pour into your cup on a daily, regular basis, this type of stuff right here, this type of, common peasant stuff right here, this is not named among you. You ain't nobody's statistic, daughter. Nobody's. And you're not going to be made to be a fool today, tomorrow, yesterday, last year, next week, nothing. Pay attention to what your inner goddess is telling you. You don't need nobody's polygraph. You don't need nobody's camera to catch Listen, if you doing all that, then already you know something ain't right. If you checking emails and phones and dipping around the corner, you got your best friend, following the car and listen, you ain't got nobody's peace whatsoever. You losing sleep at night. You tired. You worried. Girl, go to bed. Go to bed and trust that because Spirit loves you so deeply that you are covered. Good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. You are covered. It's already working together for your good. Believe that. Some of the stuff may not feel good, but understand it's necessary. Understand it's necessary. Okay? I had to say that for my sisters. It's been a lot happening in the last few days. I had to say that for my sisters. I had to say that for my sisters. Build yourself up, queen. You are not a victim. Build yourself up, queen. Build it up. You too powerful for that. You too divine for that. No, ma'am. Run game on you. You a queen. Do you understand who you are? You are a goddess. Who run a game on a goddess? Quit playing. You too wise for that. Come on now. Let's get to it. Gateway 8. Sacred union will help you eliminate all blockages that prevent sacred union, which is heart conditions, drug and or alcohol abuse, ulcers, fear, anger. Spiritual exercises of ascension are to be performed daily for 7 days, which you already know. 7 days is the number of spirit, okay? And this will awaken your inner gateway of divinity so that you may blossom to your full sacred center, all right? She talks about doing the spiritual bath, which I just did right before coming on here. I just did, okay? Opening up the gateway, libations. If you already know, if you all are familiar with setting up your altar and doing the altar workings, then you know what needs to happen here, what's going to happen here. Sacred Woman Spirit Prayer, she always has that listed. Your Sacred Union Prayer, I'm going to read the Sacred Union Prayer, okay? If you have the book, then there's no need for me to go through all of the details. You can refer to the book on your own and set up your altar the way you need to set it up, how she refers to, the examples. These are always examples. Anytime that she lists some things that she does, these are examples on where you can kind of, if you need a template, you can kind of, utilize hers, but always go with what feels good to you. Go with what feels good to your spirit, go with what feels good with your ancestors for real, because, she may put something on her altar for her ancestors, but your ancestors want something totally different. Listen to that. Okay. All right. Sacred Women Prayer. Here we go. She says, of course, to bring the energy in, you can make some sounds, ring a bell. You can, light a candle. I always have an element of some sort of all elements, all 5, not 4, but all 5 elements on my altars. And that is an element of fire, which is a candle, an element of air, which is a feather, an element of water, which is a glass of water in one of my nicer glasses. I always put my nicer glasses out on the altar, and the element of earth, which is either a flower or, a crystal, a stone, a gem, or some soil, you know what I'm saying? An element of earth. And then, of course, the 5th element is spirit, the element of spirit, okay? Here we go. Divine creator, creatress, I stand in need of sacred union. I pray for a sacred union with myself first, okay, with you, creator, creatress, and with my mate. I'm going to say that again. With myself first, with spirit second, divinity, higher self second, and then with my mate, okay? Creator, creatress, help me to attract and establish harmonious, healthy relationships and joyous oneness with my life partner. Help me to identify and release old hurt feelings, resentments, and hostilities that are trapped within my body temple. Help me to have the vision, strength, and courage to learn from all of my past and present relationships, as they are all reflections of my own consciousness, each and every one. I'm going to read that line again. Okay. Help me to have the vision, strength, and courage to learn from all of my past and present relationships, as they are all reflections of my own consciousness, each and every one. Which means that if you are still in foolishness, If you are constantly attracting foolishness, then there's something inside of you that is attracting it. Purge that element out of you, you'll stop the type of people that you attract. Listen, it's tight, but it's right, queen. It's tight, but it's right, honey. Listen, nobody said it'd be easy, but it's necessary. We have got to ascend. We have got to get back to our rightful place on our throne where we belong. We got to, okay? If by chance my intimate relationship do not change, may I remain undaunted and fearless. Come on here. If by chance my intimate relationships do not change, may I remain undaunted and fearless. Okay? No matter what's going on, I'm not moved. All right? If you're following us on Sundays, then you know that on this past Sunday, we went over we started with the chakra series, the 3D chakra series, and the first chakra is the root chakra. If your root chakra is open and clear and energy is able to pass through properly, then that means that your roots are running deep. And when your roots are running deep, baby, ain't nothing shaking you. Who's shaking you? Who uprooting you? Baby, when you are planted firmly, I don't care what storm comes. It ain't gonna bother you. It may huff and puff and tear the house down. It may shake and move. It may shift everything else around you. But because you're so deeply rooted, your roots are running deep. You are grounded. You are secure. Your foundation is sure. Then I don't care what's going on in your life or around your life. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't tossed to and fro. Okay? Emotional roller coasters left and right. Come on, sis. May I be the one to become the first link of change and transformation in my life. For all healing really begins within me. It is not by happenstance that we are in this full super moon in Capricorn right now. It is not by happenstance that this right here is conjunct Pluto, which is talking about the birth and the death and the rebirth of things in our lives, the death and rebirth of this thing. Super moon in Capricorn is bringing transformation. Come on now. Everything is in alignment. You need to catch the wave, baby. Ride the wave. Jump on it. Okay, jump on it. I affirm that each one of my intimate relationships, past or present, has value and has in some way prepared me to grow into a more conscious, sacred union with myself. All right. So every single relationships that you have, yes, they may have caused pain. Yes, they may have caused hurt, whatever the case, but they have a lesson embedded in them all. And you, being the sacred woman that you are, you have gathered those nuggets, you have applied them, and now you're even greater today as a result of the people. Had you not went through that hurt, you wouldn't be wise today. So yes, they happen, but you're grateful. I stand in gratitude. Yes, ma'am, Phoenix Bird. Rise up out of it like a phoenix. Okay? Every single thing, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, it all works together for your good. You have to have your eyes set on the good, though. You have to be able to hear and see the nuggets. You have to be able, because if you're not, you'll miss it and you'll be a victim for the duration of your life. We are not victims, queens. We're not victims. Life comes to teach us. Relationships are where we go to learn and grow. They're not where we go to be dependent. Oh, no. Interdependent, sure. But don't lose yourself trying to be with somebody else. That's a word. That's that. I gave you. That's for free. I ain't gonna charge you for that one. Okay. All right. As I reflect on the true purpose of sacred union, I give thanks to the divine masculine and feminine in me, and the divine masculine and feminine that unite. Okay, to create sacred union, the life force from which all creation flows within us. Okay. I give thanks. All right. So that's the sacred union prayer. And then she goes on talking about the Hesi, the chants, okay, that you would chant. And then she talks about the fire breath, the breathing, that's your air, that's your breathing, that's your life force, that's, connection and things like that. And then she talks about the meditation. All right. How to go into a meditation. She says Sacred Mother As, because As is the sacred guardian of sacred unions, the Mother Ast. She says, Sacred Mother Ast, bless us and bless our union. Sacred Mother Ast, bless us and bless our union. Hello, Unique. Welcome to Clubhouse. Sacred Mother Ast, bless us and bless our union. Bless us and bless our union. Okay? Bless us and bless our union. Okay. She talks about the color visualization. She talks about herbal tonics and teas and things like that. Incorporating nature. Nature is here for us. There is healing in nature. There's restoration in nature. There's abundance in nature. Oh my goodness. There's beauty in nature. Nature. You all connect with nature. You connect with nature. You connect with yourself. Okay. All right, so she goes into the flower essences. That's for this particular focus, sacred union, and then she goes into other areas. So this, if you have your book, then okay, you can follow along, and you can go and read that on your own. Okay, here we go. Next portion, sacred unions with the creator, creatress. It says the union of the creator and creatress. And she says them both because they are both masculine and feminine. Again, we are removing the toxicity that was taught to us from childhood. God is not simply a male energy. Okay. That was the toxic masculinity of the patriarchal foolery that happened years ago when they took those passages and they remixed it to make it sound and beneficial for them. I'm just going to point that way. Whoever them, I'm just going to point that way, and I'm going to let y'all, determine the geographical location, okay? Them. All right, here we go. But when you're talking about the creator, when you're referring to the Most High, when you're referring to God, there's both masculine and feminine. Let us make man in our image and likeness, and let us, not let me, not let he, let us. Huh? Come on now. All of these theologians out here, all of these ones out here with all this Bible knowledge, and I've done been to all kind of Bible schools and things like that, and yet y'all ain't seen nothing. Ain't the 1 and 1 ain't making 2 for real. Y'all, oh, okay. All right, pastor, preacher, teacher, apostle, bishop. Oh, okay. All right, let me stay focused. I'm gonna stay focused, okay? I'm gonna stay focused for the children. I'm gonna stay focused for the children. I ain't gonna go there. All right. The union, in my preacher voice, the union, read, daughter, the union of the creator, creatress, and ourselves is the most critical union. For all that we are begins with the great one. Okay? I ain't figured it out yet. They so wise. It's the wisdom. It's the wisdom for me. Okay. All right. In order to be inside the creator, creatress, to be fully aware of the presence of the creator within us, and to be guided by the Most High, we must first love ourselves as the creator loves us. We must first love ourselves as the creator loves us. When we truly love ourselves, we become one with the divine. It is then that the creator, creatress can enter our house, and all of our unions will be blessed. If we first love ourselves as the creator loves us. You know how you know the creator loves you? Because you get to wake up every day. Because you get to go outside and there's nice wind blowing. There's a beautiful sun shining. There's good rain falling, restoring and hydrating and bringing cleansing to the planet. There's nice green grass. There's wonderful plush trees, and the butterflies are flying, and your garden is blooming. That's when you know that the creator loves you, because daily the creator is providing for you. There are opportunities that are coming your way. That is a sign of love. Okay. So when you see that, no matter how good we are, no matter how bad we are, no matter how inconsistent we are, no matter how, yes, the hearing of the birds sing every morning, they serenade you every morning. Okay. No matter how ignorant we were, no matter how foolish we was yesterday, we could have made the dumbest of the dumbest of the dumbest decisions yesterday, regardless of any of the old. Guess what nature and the creator does? Still loves us and gives us newness and freshness. Still, no matter what. You ain't got to work, you ain't got to do no extra just to get the love from the creator, from the most high. Isn't that a wonderful love? It's not a conditional love. It ain't conditional like, us, like we do. You know what I'm saying? I love you if you. That's a different kind of love. So when you love yourself, just that big, that good, that strong, that true. Come on, man. If you love you that much and you understand that love for yourself that great, then that means that all of the other entities and unions that you have in your life, baby, they getting that good love. Huh? They getting that good love that'll blow their mind, make the head pop off. Come on, man. And imagine if everybody was loving themselves that same way. Crime where? Where would there be crime? Where would there be hurt and being misused and abused and abandoned and neglected? And where would there be any of these things if everybody loved this way? There would be gratitude like no other. You know what I'm saying? If everybody loved this way, because we are loving ourselves the way that Creator loves us. And then if we're loving us this way, then that means that we can love others that same way, because that's the love that we are familiar with. It's a beautiful thing. It's a trickle down effect. You know what I mean? It is then that the Creator can enter your house and all of your unions will be blessed. All right. Next section. This is your love, your sacred union with self. Let's talk about it. We all have at least 3 or more active aspects of or personalities within ourselves. Each of these personalities develops in divine time to aid our growth and development. To be effective, these various parts of ourselves must come into harmonious union and work together in concert for the greater good. Okay? For example, one self protects us, another self inspires us, a third is brilliant, and yet another is sensual. The male and the female parts of us must come together with love. These complementary aspects must unite into one team, one entity with the strength necessary to ultimately give us all that we need as we journey through life. Meditation and fasting will help us learn to honor our own sacred union within. Okay. Next is with our mates. Once the two forces of male and female come together in complete harmony, heaven and earth become one. The wellness of the earth is determined by the union of these two opposite forces. When earthquakes, tidal waves, and hurricanes manifest, it is a direct result of lack of harmony between the masculine and feminine energies on the planet. We must be committed to the Creator and our planet and begin the process of healing ourselves. We must develop harmony first within ourselves, balancing our own inner masculine and feminine forces. We must strive to become sacred divine mates to ourselves and others, learning to live in perfect union. The next section is the union of two becoming one. So we're talking about a marriage, a union here, okay? Man is not the head of the house, nor is the woman the head of the house. Listen, I know. This is going against all types of things that y'all, child. Far be it for me now. Far be it for me now to pluck up any old mentalities that was given to y'all, okay? Man is not the head of the house, nor is woman the head of the house. Listen, that foolishness came from over there, right? That foolishness came from over there. Because especially, it definitely didn't come from the Africans. Because the African men reverence their African women. And the African women reverence their African men. The Native American men reverence their Native women. And the Native women reverence their Native men. You know why? Because they understood the divinity and the power within each other. It was over from them European folk who had to put their men on top and the women beneath them. And then when they came over here wreaking havoc and then stole folks and all and massacred and overran and okay. Then of course they forced their doctrine and their ways onto our people and then forced us to do the same. Here we are today, continuing to perpetuate the foolery. Okay. It is the one with the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in a particular matter that guides or leads the union to the shores of Ma'at or balance. In this way, we use the wisdom of the union of two becoming one, representing the most high creator in a wise way. Okay. And just say, I show reverence our women. Yes. Reverence the women. Okay. As the women reverence you in return. Absolutely. Okay. Intimate relationships are divine unions, or divine unions are the arms and the legs of the womb, the extensions of a woman's inner space. All right. Extensions of a woman's inner space. Johnson says, now our folks are hoodwinked. Scales are dropping. Absolutely. They must drop. They must drop. All right. In order for a woman's womb to be at peace, she needs to be at peace in all of her intimate relationships, her relationship with all things that she consumes at a physical or energetic level, and that become a part of her. Whether the intimate exchange is breathing air into her body or putting food into her mouth, all of a woman's intimate relationships are rooted in her relationship with herself. Whether she's breathing, whether she's talking to someone, whether she's watching TV, whether she's listening to music, whether she's feeding herself, whatever the case, every single one of her relationships is rooted in her relationship with herself. There are certain things that I just will not allow myself to consume. And I'm not talking about via my mouth. No. You're not going to find me watching no reality shows where every black woman on there is cussing, fussing, fighting, windmilling, and everything else, calling each other all kind of names. You're not going to find me watching that. I don't know who's doing what. Don't ask me. Okay? You're not going to find me watching no overly sexualized, overly sensualized, overly whatever, objectifying of women program. You're not going to watch me watching that. Period. You're not gonna catch me watching a show where the women are degrading and belittling men either. Because what you eat is what you become. You are what you eat. You are what you eat. So if you don't want to become or show sign of any of that foolishness, then don't consume any of that foolishness. That's it. That's all on that. Okay. It is a telltale sign of your relationship to yourself. Okay? If you don't respect you, then you are entertained by other women not respecting themselves or not respecting other people. I'm gonna let that sit right there. What the church say la. I'm gonna let you pause and think on those things. If you don't respect you, you're okay with entertaining and with being entertained by other people who don't respect themselves either. You don't even see it as a problem. That's how deeply embedded this lack of loving and respecting self is. Because it's become your norm. This is your normalcy. Oh, okay. All right. I told you it's tight, but it's right. I love you too much to let you continue. I cannot be a queen mother. I cannot be a shaman, oracle, guide, mentee. I cannot say that I'm that and then allow you to skip by on some things or let you skate through or skip the line. No, you ain't got to do this, girl. Don't even worry about that. No, I can't do that and say I love you at the same time. Nope. Okay, so reflect on your unions in your own way and allow each to become your teacher. Empty yourself of resentment and become receptive to the lessons that your intimate relationships bring. Stop arguing. Stop trying to justify. Stop trying to explain. It is what it is. The truth is the truth. Ain't no way around it. Okay? Ain't no way around it. So let go of the resentment. Let go of the offense. Oh, I can't believe she said that to me. I can't believe I'm offended. I took offense. Well, see, here's the thing. In order to take offense, that requires an action on your part. You ain't got to take it. Oh, okay. You can just leave it sitting right there and just listen. All right. Surrender to the wisdom that each and every union offers to your spirit so that you will not hold on to pain. Let it go. Undigested or unprocessed pain held in the womb grows into tumors. Undigested or unprocessed pain held in the womb grows into tumors, right? Intimate relationships have the potential to provide pain or joy. Unfortunately, there can be many sources of pain. Perhaps the most tragic is the hurt and disappointment caused by a negative or unbalanced masculine energy in our lives, that of a father, a brother, uncle, mate, lover, or friend. Someone known and trusted. Okay? Violation, physical, energetic, or emotional, from a person you thought you could trust to love and respect you creates deep hurt and resentment that requires committed healing work. We are emotional. We are emotional. We are heart driven. We are womb driven. And so the people that we are surrounded by, our closest of the close people, typically we are knocked off of our, we're knocked off of our square, Hey, Frankie, how are you, hon? It has been a while. Hello. We're knocked off of our square when it comes down to those relationships that are closest to us because we're emotional. We're so emotionally tied to us. So when something bad happens in those relationships, it's hard for us to be able to fathom and handle that. You know what I mean? Okay. Too often we flee to a new relationship in an effort to soothe our wounds before we have begun to recognize them, much less heal them. The old lie. What's the old lie? In order to get over somebody, you got to get up under somebody else. I don't know what type of foolery. Who, where? What? In order to get over somebody, you got to get up under somebody else. Make that make any kind of sense to me. Because all you doing is taking all your baggage and hurt and transferring it to somebody else who probably got baggage and hurt on it for themselves too. So everybody just swapping baggage as if you ain't had enough to begin with. What in the world? Talk about dysfunction. Talk about parasitic behavior. You are literally taking your stuff and dumping it inside of another person. Y'all really think sex is just sex? Y'all really think it's just a matter of a penis entering a vagina? No, honey. That is a whole energetic exchange. Trust me. You ever found yourself picking up habits that you didn't have until after you laid with somebody? And it's like, where in the world I learned how to do that? Where did that come from? You're welcome. Send that person a thank you card because they done left you a gift. Send that person a thank you card. Okay, send that person an edible arrangements because they have left you a gift, daughter, son. Okay, come on now. You're just passing parasites, passing unhealed behavior, passing hurt, passing trauma, passing, child. Okay. This is an unfair burden to carry on your new mate and lover and puts undue stress on a new relationship. Okay. Come on now. Pain must be released or it will solidify into permanent blockages on the spiritual, emotional, and physical levels. Let me tell you something. Discernment is your very best friend. Intuitiveness, learning and understanding being observant, paying attention. A lot of times, especially us women, we are so emotionally driven. We want a man. We just gotta have it. To the point where we are so silly. We don't see nothing. Our eyes are wide shut because we want it so bad, and our desire and want so badly comes from a place of you haven't fulfilled yourself. There should be no listen. This whole term, you complete me, that's the biggest lie. I don't need nobody to complete me, baby. I am fully complete as I am today. I'm not walking around looking like Swiss cheese. I don't need nobody to fill my gaps. And if I got gaps, I need to go ahead and handle those and work those out before I connect with somebody else. Okay? Is there an amen in the house? I mean, because see, what's going to happen is you're going to look for this person. You're going to expect this person to fill your gaps, to complete and fill your voids. And then when they can't do that, then you're going to be disappointed. Well, you make me so happy, or I needed you to make me, I needed you to make me feel, be my peace. What? Be my peace? Baby, no. First of all, do you even know what peace means for yourself? How you gonna be something you don't have? How you gonna teach something you don't know? Be my peace. Be your own peace. Please and thank you. Signed, everybody. Be your peace. Be your joy. Be your happiness. Frankie says, see, listen, I just had this talk with my wife. She hit me with sex can't be your only love language. But when you never seen or was shown how to love currently, we tend to go associate the two together, period. Yes, we do. Natasha say, I am my own peace. Yes, God. Talk about be his peace. Be his peace? Why he need me to be that? Listen, no, because the moment you listen, ooh, is this come on now? Let's go ahead and have counsel. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go and do it, y'all. We here. Let's go and do it. We already here. Let's do it. Do you mean to tell me that this person, like, it takes an unlearned person, a person who's unlearned in themselves, it takes that person being unhealed to attract an unhealed person, to look for that person to bring their healing, and then that person looking for you to bring healing to them. So both of y'all are in need of healing, expecting the other to bring the healing. And then when neither one of y'all can actually do it, then you want to resent one another. Or here's this is likely what's to happen. One of y'all or both of y'all gonna go find somebody else outside of the relationship, and then they're going to show sign of what y'all think y'all need for real. And then you're going to turn on to them, and you're going to be with them. So now you got side pieces in a relationship that you ain't. Come on here, come on, y'all make it make sense. Okay, Johnson said, soon as you walk away, they go crazy on you. Hurt people hurt people. Natasha say, I always say, I'm not your peace, but I'll be peaceful so that you have the space to be your own peace. That part. Okay, I need you to understand, because the thing that doesn't have exhibit peace in it, that means chaos is somewhere around. I'm just going. I don't want to look nobody dead in their eye. I don't want nobody to think I'm pointing you out. Okay, if you don't have no peace, or peace is nowhere around, that means chaos. Okay. Happiness is an inside job. Peace is an inside job. Love and joy is an inside job. It is not from without. It is from within. And it exudes without. Okay? All right? Next section. No more lovers, if you please. No more lovers, if you please. There's a whole lot of women who are hooked on a bad man with a good orgasm. She say, not bad. There's a whole lot of women who are hooked on a bad man with a good orgasm. I told you I'm not going to look at nobody in the eye. Nope. Nope, because I don't want you to think I'm picking on your daughter. Okay? When you are void of peace, the internal landscape is always chaotic. Always. Frankie say, I call it the wet ass syndrome. Listen, I'm telling you. A whole lot of women who are hooked on a bad man with a good orgasm. You can't see, because the man he done screwed your eyeballs, your irises and pupils out. You can't see nothing. You're blind as Ray Charles. May he rest. You can't hear nothing. You just eardrums just bursted, not busted, bursted out. All of the signs that you are supposed to see. Because nothing is all of a sudden, he all of a sudden started, she all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. We was all good, and then, trust me, daughter, trust me, son, there were signs leading up to the foolery, okay? But because you was blind or deaf, you couldn't see or hear what was happening around you when spirit was trying to reveal it to you. Because you were too busy being unhealed or lacking peace and operating, normalizing, coping, existing in chaos. All right. A sacred woman must have a committed lover within her mate, husband, or husband-to-be. For the salvation of her soul, she must strive to avoid men who are merely, quote, hit and run lovers, who will violate her womb spirit and leave her high and dry. Mr. Tasha says, ladies, get a hold of yourself. Get a hold, grab a grip, get a handle, something. Being blinded by good stuff is a real thing. You better be the master of your mind and your body, period. Period. Girl, there's a real thing called digmatized. Girl. Come on now. I don't give a doggone if that joker is laced and trimmed in gold. Okay? For the salvation of her soul, she must strive to avoid men who are merely hit and run lovers, who will violate her womb spirit and leave her high and dry. High and dry. Or high and wet. Okay? She cannot afford to be involved with someone who does not intend to go deeply to make a commitment. What you here for, sir? What are your intentions? We need to get back to asking those questions. What are your intentions? What you here for? Who sent you? Who sent you? Why for are you here? Why for you here? She does not need a lover who is oh so sweet for a moment, only to have those moments turn into hours and days and even years of feeling insecure, resentful, angry, depressed, lonely, empty, and abused. Baby, I just had a conversation with someone, a queen sister, yesterday about this very thing. Years and years and years. Johnson said, who are you and who sent you? What you want? What you want? Why you around here? you got to sound like your grandpa. What you around here for? Okay. To have a place to stay. This ain't the Motel 6 or the what is it, Motel 6? We ain't leaving no lights on. We pay bills around here. Okay. Ain't no lights being left on around here. You want to go eat you some food? You better go down to the Golden Corral. They got a buffet right there for you. All right. Listen, I'm going to read that part again. She does not need a lover who is oh so sweet for a moment, only to have those moments turn into hours, days, years of feeling insecure, resentful, angry, depressed, lonely, empty, and abused. And you steady sitting your narrow neck self right there in the midst of that foolishness, as if today gonna be the day he changed. Daughter, you can't be mad with nobody but yourself. That person is literally only doing what they know to do. There's nothing else they are going to do until they're ready to do it. Period. Christmas says, and let's not talk about them ones that's been putting in that magic on you too. Asking whose it is. And you talking about, it's yours. It's yours, daddy, it's yours. Child, it ain't never been yours. It's been mine since the day I was birthed here. Okay? It's going to be mine when I leave here. It's mine. Mine's with a Z. It's mine's with a Z. Okay. An uncommitted relationship can create these feelings in a woman and even in a man. Don't get me wrong, women, you ain't off the hook when it comes down to how you're treating these men too. All right. Just giving energy up with no care. With no care. Okay. Johnson say, I carry it, not you. I carries it, cleans it, cares for it, feed it, manicure it, ladyscape it. Baby, it's mine's. Say it loud for the people in the back. It's mine's. You ain't so much as pluck the hair. It's mine's. Any questions? Any questions? Oh, look, Frankie is airing out his grievances, I see. He says, we are not y'all's kids. Now, Frankie, if you want to book a counseling session, son, you might want to go onto my website, okay? Frankie got some grievances he needs to get off his chest. Not his chest, his chest. Okay? Listen, I'm just teasing you, okay? He said, we is not y'all kids. Stop treating us like we your children, okay? That's so funny. Listen, come on now, y'all. Everybody just calm down. Everybody calm down. Frankie, look, Frankie, put your fist down. Okay, Frankie in the air. He punching the air. Frankie punching the air right now, y'all. Frankie mad about some things. Okay, we got everybody stretch your hands out. Everybody stretch your hands towards Frankie. Okay, everybody stretch your hands towards brother Frankie, so we can send some love and energy and some peace his way. He said he is not that lady child. Okay, quit treating me like I'm your child. Like you can't find me on your taxes, daughter. Okay, stop it. That's funny. We love you, Frankie. We do. We got you. We got you. We'll talk to her for you. Okay, we'll talk to you. Put on the line. Put on the line so we can talk to her for you. Okay. A woman who permits and encourages a man to deal with her predominantly on a sexual basis is setting herself up for emotional and spiritual danger. If you only allow this person to deal with you in the sexual intimacy way, okay, then you are setting yourself up, sis. That's all you gonna get out of bruh. Why? Because you ain't demanding nothing else. Okay? You ain't demanding anything else. That's why. Okay? She can find herself on a collision course with pain. She can become needy, desperate, or hostile. For absolute healthy love to flow and be a healing experience, there must be commitment. Must be. Again, why are you here? This ain't a drive-through. This ain't Burger King. You cannot have it your way. Why are you here? Okay? For a woman to really open up, she must be absolutely at peace with her soul. For when she trusts her man enough, she will not hold back on her love. A woman's love is like a deep vault. When she is confident in her man's love, and if love comes from the heights, she will not merely open up her thighs for sex, but she will open up her sacred vault to reveal the treasures of her sacred womanhood. Baby, brother, king, gods, that's what you want. Because inside of that vault of that queen, sacred woman, baby, you ain't seen nothing like it. You ain't seen no parts of it. You ain't never in your life partook in the things and the elements of that vault, ever. So that's where you want to be. Don't just stop with the coochie cat, okay? Go further. You give it, listen, I'm trying to tell you what I know, okay? In a committed union, there will be many blissful gateways of ecstasy, joy, and peace. Yes, peace. When a woman truly experiences a loving union with a man, she will have no need to hold back for fear of being hurt. She ain't got no need. She's secure in herself. She's secure in her relationship because he's secure in himself and he's secure in his relationship. Okay? She will bless the union with her full self. For a woman to be at one with her mate, she needs to know that her man is going to be there for her without excuses, without stories, without lies. Baby, if excuses, stories, and lies lives in your union, oh, okay, all right. Frankie says life-changing. He says hell would even talk and walk different. I'm telling you, with purpose. Huh? you walking with a stride. You walking like Jerome on Martin. You walking sure. You got a little strut to yourself. You know you walking with a little shimmy. When you get into the likenesses of the vault, of the particles in the vault, in the sacred woman vault, for sure. Women, you must first see and establish your worth, your value, your richness, your beauty, your power within yourself in order for the man to have a passion to commit to you, body, mind, and spirit. Let me tell you something. Daughter, yes, with your head held high. Daughter, you got to be something that he trying to commit to. Just because you done went and got that BBL, ma'am, don't mean you a sacred woman. Listen, I know they told you, somebody somewhere told you that if you snatch his soul, you'll be you'll have all of the things that you need from us. You'll be able to attract a sacred man. Let me tell you, your breast lift and augmentation ain't a guarantee to have a divine mate. Your removal of that rib so your waist can be small and cinched, that is not a guarantee that you're going to find a divine mate. That BBL, that gastric bypass, that surgery, all of that, even, listen, that unit, that wig, that 32, 42-inch wig is not a guarantee that he's going to be a divine mate. Them labels you wear, daughter, that Maybelline on your face, sis. Okay. All right. You tell me, oh, but he looks so good. And to this I reply, no more lovers, if you please. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna read a little portion. Women, you must first see and establish your worth, your value, your richness, your beauty, your power within yourself in order for the man to have a passion to commit to you, body, mind, and spirit. You tell me, oh, but he looks good. And this to this I reply, no more lovers, if you please. For those of you who are not striving to go beyond, for those of you who do not intend to find or to become a divine mate, I only say, sister, beware. For the lover you share your bed with is no different from the food you put in your mouth. Okay? Frankie say, outside look good, but inside needs some fixing. Where's the true balance of the divine? Okay? Okay? With the man presently in your life or soon to be, strive not to be a hamburger on white bread lover or a frozen food marriage. Keep your body temple clean and pure so you will attract a sea moss and sprout man, okay? A watercress and dandelion mate. A wheatgrass and mustard greens and kale husband who is just like you. Divine, divine, divine. Okay? Strong and pure. Watch your food intake and your thoughts, attitudes, and feelings. For what you embrace externally reflects your inner environment. What you embrace externally reflects your inner environment. All right. So women, take responsibility to model the level of the union that you seek. I say it all the time, especially for the women who are unmarried and desire to be married. Don't wait to be married to become a wife. You can become a wife now. Be a wife now. Now, here's the thing. Let me, because I feel like I need to go further with that, because somebody gonna take that and they're gonna give wife material to that jackleg, bootleg, so-and-so that's on their couch right now. Okay. Listen. You get wife when you become a wife. You don't give wife to nobody who ain't trying to make you one. I'm just saying. That's a package. That's a perk package. Those are benefits. He ain't so much applied for the job, let alone get the benefit package. Hello, somebody. How you asking for vacation days and sick time when you ain't even put an application in? What you worried about how much this position pay for? How you know what comes with it? What's the benefit package if you ain't even applied for the job yet? Okay, all right. So women, take responsibility to model the level of union you seek. And by all means, while you're waiting, stay away from any foods and herbs that stimulate your libido, because what you need to do is stay focused, queen. Stay focused, queen. Stay focused, all right? Be patient and cleanse, and your king will come. He will be compelled to drop those rose petals at your feet, anoint and kiss them, for he feels so complete. He's going to be complete when he comes. You are complete. And so when you all come together, you got two complete individuals that's doing complete stuff as a union. What are his qualifications for the bed? What qualifies you for this position? Okay. He knows that to be in the presence of his divine mate, which is you, is a gift from the Most High, and that he has been waiting for you all his life. He too has longed for a divine union, and now you can both grow together in absolute divinity. Purify, women, and rise into your sacredness, for there is no need to settle for less. Stop settling for less. Purify, rise up, and attract the best. Attract. Notice they didn't say go looking for, go find the best. No. Attract. Draw it to you naturally. Draw it to you naturally. Stop going out here searching and looking. That's why you find foolishness. That's why you find foolishness. Okay? Hey. Attract. Okay? Queens, sacred women, sisters, when you have an itch, don't scratch it by finding just any man to go to bed with. The soul of a woman cries out every time she gets screwed as opposed to loved. The soul of a woman cries out every time she gets screwed, every time she gets smashed. Okay? I know that's right. Chrislyn says, I no longer use the word single. I am a wife in training. That part. Okay? That part. His job, beautiful car, and being quote unquote fine are not enough for you to give him even just a little. It won't do. Be patient and trust, for the right man for you is on the way. Keep the faith and look ahead. Stay in tune. Remember your divine self. Place your consciousness within the royal court of Ma'at. Balance. The place of righteousness. Transfer your sexual energy to creative activities. Take a dance class. Okay? Move your pelvis. Learn to play an instrument. Take voice lessons. Clean your house. Oh, I felt it. I felt it in my shondo. Clean your house. Organize them closets and them drawers and them cabinets in your kitchen. Throw away some of them clothes. Listen. Okay. Get that basement under control. There's plenty you can do to keep your attention, I promise you. Oh, that's wonderful. There's plenty. Okay? Make room. Make room. Prepare the way. Prepare the way. Act like you know he on his way. Okay? Get some order. Get some order. Write poetry. Take voice lessons. Fast and pray. Prepare yourself for your divine mate. For the continuation of a race, the salvation of our people, and the enrichment of our nation, we women must stop having lovers who have no intention on being our husbands. Again, we women must stop having lovers who have no intention on being our lovers. None. We must love ourselves, respect our wombs, and protect our souls from all harm, danger, or sickness, so that we will finally experience wholeness as a woman who are loved, as women who are loved properly and sweetly. Loved properly and sweetly. Loved properly and sweet. If you are steadily making excuses for this joker here, if he's steadily disrespecting, steadily dishonoring, steadily dismissing, steadily bringing pain and hurt to your door, to your bedroom, to your wherever, and you steadily forgive it, you steadily want to act like ain't nothing happened. I'm talking about this has become a habitual situation now. Why you mad with him? Look at you, sis. Because why are you allowing that? What about you is not healed and not okay? That you continue to think that you are not worthy of better than this. He needs to treat you properly, love you sweetly. Reflect on our ancestors, watch the elders, and witness how they made love work. But let me tell you something. I'm going to say this. I know she just said something about the elders. But let me tell you something. One thing about them elders, they dealt with stuff and tolerated stuff much longer than they were supposed to, too. Grandparents, okay? Grandparents, grandmamas getting beat on and whooped on, and yet they're steady preparing hot meals, running bath water, cleaning the house, having and raising babies all by themselves when they got a whole husband. Or they're doing all of this work around the house, preparing the way for him and making sure that he has a peaceable interest or whatever the case into the house every day. Rising up early, going to sleep late, making sure the clothes is washed, making sure that the floor is swept and the carpet is vacuumed, making sure all of his needs are met, only to not get a thank you, to not get a I appreciate you, to not get a I honor you, to not get a oh, let me do that. You go sit down. You've done enough today. Again, some of that doctrine over there that came from over there has unfortunately become a part of us. He said, hell, not even I love you. You ain't said I love you since the day y'all said I do. But you expect her to do some of the things that you want her to do. I told somebody, what was this, last month, 2 months ago? I said, you do know that they are not obligated to do the things that they do for you, right? They do it out of the kindness of their hearts. They do it because they want to do it. You do realize that you can really be doing this stuff by yourself, right? They don't owe you clean drawers. They don't owe you a hot cooked meal. They do it because they want to. Okay. So when it comes down to the elders, yes, you can think about the elders and you can reflect on what they did and how they had long-term relationships and all of that stuff. But guess what? Understand that grandma and them, and it was usually the women. They stayed longer in situations than they were supposed to as well. Okay? I do also know that when they got gone, they got gone. They got gone and did not look back at all. All right? Lessons. Learn the lessons. Frankie said their love was based on the duty of the family. Absolutely. That's why they stayed, because they had children and they needed to protect their children because they knew he was crazier than a road lizard. That's why. Okay. She said, watch the elders and witness how they made love work. Learn the lessons of sacred union. Observe the patience, the commitment, and the quality of the wise one's love. Allow their vision to mold you, to support you as you embrace higher degrees of love in tune with your inner self. Keep echoing the following affirmation when you think you are getting weak, because you deserve so much more. Close your eyes, go within, and decree, no more lovers, if you please. No more lovers, if you please. I am preparing for sacred union, and I will accept nothing less. No more lovers, if you please. No more lovers, if you please. I am preparing for sacred union, and I will accept nothing less. I will accept nothing less. Nothing less. You got to tell yourself, even if somebody come and they smelling all good and they, they give you a little compliment and stuff, baby, it was just a compliment. That's it. If you get swayed by a compliment, that's because you ain't complimenting yourself enough. You're not accustomed to hearing it often enough. So start complimenting yourself. That way when a snake come and give you and hiss a compliment in your ear, you're not melting by your seat. Okay? If somebody come and tell you you're beautiful, it should be a confirmation to what you tell yourself. Hello, somebody. Don't get sweet. We get swept up so easy. He said he's oh my God. Oh, he must. Girl, get a hold of yourself. He just said hi. That's it. That's all. He just said hi. That's all right. Relax. Thirst monster, relax, okay? Next, a warning from the womb. A warning from the womb. It says, a sister called me from Atlanta, Georgia, weeping on the phone. She said, I just finished having my 11th abortion. I was silent for a moment as I caught my breath. Then we began to talk back and forth as she quietly processed her profound pain over the phone. All my pregnancies were from the same man, she went on. Wow. Do you think this sister was loving herself, or that she knew how to love and care for her overburdened womb? Do you think for a moment her quote unquote lover, her boyfriend, was loving her or even knew how to love himself? This sister needed to reestablish and evaluate the divine value of self and of the many lives who were created through her womb and who were returned back to the divine source of all things. This beloved sister was in bondage to low self-esteem. She needed desperately to take a long fast from intimate relationships and to lift up, love, purify, and heal as she opened herself to an intimate, caring union with her divine self. Sisters in stress, stand back and witness who has deposited what in your sacred womb? Your life. Chant, no more lovers, if you please. You don't need another lover. You need a king. You don't need another lover. You need a divine mate. Okay? This is a loving but serious warning for those sisters who want to stop the pain and dry the tears of regret. Be celibate and wait for your true king man, for a serious love candidate, so you don't find yourself in an abortion clinic in a strange state, or if you decide to bear an unwanted baby, find yourself alone raising sons and daughters without fathers, and so playing out the hard role of a single parent. Please wake up before it's too late, for you, as a woman of light, can put a stop to this madness immediately. Stand up for your true sacred identity. To attract a divine high relationship and have a life of peace and serenity, you must begin by taking all the time required to deeply love and heal yourself before taking on any mate. Do not do that to yourself, and definitely don't do that to another person. Okay? I say to my sisters who may be addicted to a man or men in general and take all kinds of physical, emotional, and spiritual abuse, stop desperately looking for love outside of yourself, for you are in need of help and detoxification. Commit yourself to the many self-healing principles of Sacred Woman. Seek and connect to highly charged positive elders as spiritual mentors for at least 365 days or more. Learn the lessons of self-love. Then, with grace from the divine creator, you will be in a more centered, loving place, which will make it possible for you to bring a sacred male reflection into your space. When the time comes for the union of the two, the creator will speak through you by way of a dream or a vision, or simply through your sister friends or your elders. Okay? Do your work. Take your time and invest that time into your love, your self-love, into yourself, into your spirit, into your divine self, into your mental, your emotional healing, your physical healing. Okay? Don't make the mistake of getting yourself into yet another fix because you're feeling hot and need a little sex to tide you over. Slow down, cool off, drink cucumber and parsley juice. To receive complete love, healing, and attract a good man, don't rush into anything until you have been seriously renewed. Okay? If you, Sacred Woman in the making, find yourself in a situation such as I have shared, know that you are not alone, that many women before you have shared similar life challenges. So, Divine Sister Queen, I humbly offer you this advice to help you liberate yourself from drama. Okay? The next portion is a period of celibacy, a time to return to self. Some of us are in a period of celibacy. This is the time to return to ourselves. Be at peace. Don't panic. A period of celibacy can be a wonderful time in your life. It can rejuvenate you when you have exhausted all of your mental, emotional, and spiritual energy reserves. For example, when you keep trying to start a relationship with a mate, but it just never seems to work out, maybe it's time to consciously pull in your energy and recharge your battery mentally, physically, and spiritually by giving yourself a rest from sex. When you become sexually active again, you will be making love with a man who is not just a random date, but someone who is to be your husband, your sacred mate. As you follow the sacred woman lifestyle, this will happen for you and to you without fail. You will not have to settle for just any man. Your soulmate is being prepared for you as we speak. Go do your work so you can receive what you seek. Go do your work. Okay? This time, go about things a little differently. Have someone speak on your behalf. If a man that you might be receptive to, that might be receptive to is interested in you and you in him, then have your mentor or an elder of your family or one or two members of his family sit down together with the prospective brother and have a meeting of intentions. What are your intentions? You know, they used to do that back in the day. But what daddy would say, bring him here. Bring him to me. Bring him to me. I need to talk to him. Let me rap a taste with him. Bring that man over here. Bring him here. Tell him to come look me eye to eye. Say you're from around here. Who you people? Who you people? I might know them. Say you was raised around. You grew up where? Where you work? How many kids you got? You taking care of all of them? You know them elders gonna kill. Them elders gonna get you. Them elders gonna bring him here. Bring him here. Oh, Krista, come on here. She said, I dreamt of my husband in his kid form. Wow. I'm patiently waiting. Yes, God, honey. Yes, God. And that's the thing. The old school way was this. Bring him around the elders. Because the elders gonna tell you the truth. They ain't blinded by coochie and penis and woo-woos and all of the stuff. The whispers in the dark. They ain't blinded by that. They gonna tell you exactly what it is and what it ain't. Okay? You will speak through your mentor and he will speak through his. Anywhere between 2 or 4 people other than yourself can be present to witness this meeting. And if he don't want to meet your people, therein lies a problem. Listen, how you pay your bills? You know the elders get they hit you with that all right. After this talking and observation, if the elders see that this could be a good coming together, then gifts should be offered from the brother to the sister. Okay? This should happen before he even begins to date this sacred woman. This should happen before he even begins to date the woman. Because if y'all get to dating and now y'all intermingling and intertwining and all of the enters, okay, it's too late at that point. Because if you sit with your elders and your elders say no, you're going to be all up in your feelings. They don't understand. They just don't understand. Parents just don't understand. I love him. No. I love him. They don't see him like I see him. They don't know him like I know him. Right. So before y'all begin dating, set them down in front of the elders and watch to see what they're going to say. Okay? The intention of dating is for a period of observation before a possible marriage can be considered. This is what y'all be failing on doing too. Okay? Failing doing. Dating is to interview. To date is to observe. To date is to see what the inner workings of this person is, not to get lost in the sauce. You're observing. You're observing. Now, you're not literally interviewing, what's your name, where you're from, okay, what are your qualifications, and You're not doing all of that, but you are absolutely asking the questions, and you are taking note of the answers. And you're watching the actions to see if they are linear to the answers that was previously given. You're keeping your wits about yourself. You're not lost in emotions and obsessions and lust, or fallacies or dream worlds and fairy tales. No. You have a clear head. So if something don't, if one and one ain't making two, you're not thrown off. Right? Looking for the red flags and not seeing red flags as an amusement park. Six Flags. Amusement park. No. Not where you see the Six Flags and you think it's a place of fun. Actually looking for those red flags. And then when you see something that is not so, then you ask yourself, is this something I can deal with? Is this something I can work through with him? Is this something that I can? And furthermore, brethren, you should be doing the same thing. Because some of y'all dealing with some. Let me hold on. Let me do this here. Brethren, y'all dealing with some two. Okay. All right. Sacred women are royal women. So your life must be handled in a sacred and divine way. The man that seeks you out and captures your heart must treat you as the very special woman that you are, since you, sacred woman, have taken the time to beautify, harmonize, and heal yourself to uplift your vibration to a higher degree. Before you reach this place, you have to take the time to return to self. So it is your right and your destiny to be granted a proper mate. It is your right and your destiny to be granted a proper mate. Okay? All right. Next section, my self-love letter. My self-love letter. Here we go. This love letter will strengthen, reinforce, and remind you of the love that you have for yourself. By reading your love letter daily, weekly, and monthly, according to your need, you will strengthen and reinforce the love you have for you. As your love grows and you are the recipient of the gift of love, you may be inspired to write other love letters. Just go with the flow. Okay? Dear Spirit Most High, whatever happened to me in my life up to now, it's okay. This is the letter. I know that you can turn what now seems bad into good. Show me that what happened was a lesson and that I don't need to love myself any less for it. On this day, I'm writing a love letter to myself, and I will observe the boundless blessings that this presents to me. And you put the date and you put your name. Okay? Johnson said, it is my right and my destiny. Absolutely. Absolutely. Journal dialogue. In him, I saw me. This is a journal dialogue. She says, dear journal, you can write it in your journal. Dear journal, I'm so unhappy. I'm content. I'm so confused. My mind is clear. I'm unfulfilled. I have what I need. Back and forth, up and down, my mood swings like a pendulum. I meet me wherever I go. I went to my lover, and what did I see? In him, I saw me. What a sight. I'm hurting. Oh no, I feel good. In him, I saw me. So I abused him. But I love him. Or so I thought. In him, I saw me. I was bored, tired, uninterested, lonely. I thought he loved me. Only in him, I saw me. I scratched out his eyes. We fought day and night in word and deed. Out of my confusion, pain, and discontent, I call on the most mighty Mother and Father, Creator and Creatress, who dwells within me. I call for divine healing. Time passes, seasons change. I am healing. We're cleansing. In him, I see me. I love, adore, and cherish him. I love me. At last, I can really be, because in him, I found me. In me, I found me. Wow. That really summed up a whole emotional up and down roller coaster for real. Next section, heart release visualization. Heart release visualization. This is the breathing practice. Right, Frankie? Frankie said that's deep. It's a fact, though. It's truth. Okay, so she did heart release visualization. It says the following heart visualizations is a perfect womb and heart alignment that teaches us how to stay rooted in our sacred seat. All right. It is not by coincidence that we have started working on our root chakra on Sundays. Okay, so we're in the root chakra opening week. All right. So this is the perfect time to get your seat, get planted, get firmly grounded. All right. In these beliefs and in this understanding for your heart. Releasing pain and hurt. She tells you what to do there. How to release hurtful relationships. She tells you what to do there. Okay. Breathing in divine help. She tells you what to do there as well. All right. It says here, now this is for the brethren. Now daughters, save your hate mail. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Because this is for the brethren here. All right. Men are seeking a divine mate too. Men are looking for someone to be close to their soul, what many people call a soul mate. It is quite interesting that as children, we simply look for companionship and warm, caring friendships. From age 65 until we die, we look for the same thing. But somehow from 12 to 64, we're on this roller coaster we call relationships. Why do we go through all this pain and upset? It's because no one teaches us how to be adult men or women. This is something we're forced to learn through trial and error. Absolutely. As a result of this process, some of us develop better relationship skills than others. We communicate with one another better. Some people have the ability to get along with anyone, making everybody feel a sense of value and self-worth, causing a rise in their self-esteem. But more important, such people lift others' sense of spiritual value by acknowledging the God presence in us all. Okay. Men are actually very committal by nature. They are slow to form new friendships or relationships. And as they grow older, they will have fewer male friends. They usually replace their male friends with female ones. I also observed this pattern in some ways in some of my very close women friends. They seem to develop closer female relationships after they have found a mate. Men are looking for 4 basic things in a divine mate: affection, friendship, communication, and most important, a deep spiritual connection. Affection. On the affection side, men want it outwardly and inwardly. They want to know they are loved and that the love their mate has for them is not a jealous love or a you do for me, I do for you love. Okay. I knew it. I knew he was going to come through. Now we got the masculine energy here. Listen, Frankie about to be shouting in a minute. Okay. Somebody hold Frankie's mule. All right. Friendship. Men want to be able to talk to their mate about anything and everything and know that she will be there for him. They need a friend in their mate. Okay. Next one, communication. Men want verbal and nonverbal communication to a point where both sense each other's need and thoughts, to a point where their thoughts are one. Spiritual connection. Men want a mate with whom they can fast, walk hand in hand, and be able to connect even when there are thousands of people around or when they're 1,000 miles apart. It doesn't matter. When you have a spiritual connection, you ain't got to be physically in each other's presence 24/7. Okay. Here's a Het Haru, which is powered by Venus. Listen, man, this right here. Stop playing. Listen. They don't ask for much. The men don't ask for much, y'all. Affection, friendship, communication, and spiritual connection. Listen, I'm going to add on there, which should come with the operating of all of the others. Respect. Respect. Respect him. Okay? And appreciate him. All right? That's a bonus. Again, I ain't going to charge you for those. Okay? So here's a Het Haru Venus Day love ritual, visualizing your mate to be. So this is for those who are, you're unmarried, you're unattached, and you have a desire to, to have a spiritual mate, okay? Or a divine mate, rather. There's a ritual here. Do your spiritual ritual, love rituals on Friday, which is Venus Day. Fridays are powered by the planet Venus, okay? Now, there's a whole listen, step by step. If you have the book, get the book. So that way you can do these things and bring them on in. Bring them on in. Bring them on in, okay? Here we go. Courting, slow and steady. Courting, slow and steady. Courting, slow and steady. Okay, so here, this is a long chapter. Oh, listen, y'all. Listen, she had some words for the unions, okay? So what we'll have to do is do a part 2 to this. For sure, which I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Oh, yeah. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. So we'll just go with, I'll finish. Let me see. Okay. So I'll finish this last portion here before we go to the love progress report. I'm going to stop at the love progress report, okay? So here we go. Courting, slow and steady. Slow and steady. It is African tradition to maintain the sanctity, protection, and support of healthy unions, and to avoid the adverse results of women taking on partners without the full support of the family. Right? Listen, let me say this. If you're in a relationship and that relationship pulls you away from your friends and your family, and they keep you all to themselves, and you don't spend no time, you ain't calling friends and family, you're not around from, you can't speak to friends and family, baby, that's a sign right there already. Listen. Okay. All right. I think we need to reclaim this ancient tradition in our lives today in an appropriate way. My husband tells this story quite often. For 5 years, my father traveled 50 miles from San Pedro to La Romana in Santo Domingo to court my mother. And upon his weekly visit, my parents-to-be would sit under the observation of 10 or more members of her family, elders, sisters, brothers, all in the living room. Then 5 years later, my father was given permission to wed his beautiful sacred princess, Amancia Georges de Guerrera, the woman of his heart. All that time, he had to prove his love and commitment to his beloved through the test of time and patience. It is intense, but a precedent was set. So listen, her father courted this woman for 5 years and had to go through the family for 5 years to prove. He drove 50 miles to prove that he was for her and she was for him. Some of y'all ain't waiting 7 days before you actually lay with somebody and you done dropped it low, spread it wide, and child, okay. From the time of the courtship to marriage up to this transition after his transition from this earth, Father Georges had a deep respect, love, and appreciation for his divine sacred woman, his wife. Next section, the elder's advice. Check his background. Here we go. We sat around the table drinking herb tonic and fresh juices. An hour later, I served a vegetarian dinner fit for my elders. Check his background, said the elders, speaking from their collective 121 years of wisdom and life experience. They talked to my spiritual sister all night long, giving her advice in a wholesome, profound way. Chrislyn says, that's true if he wanted to be, listen, if he want to be, he will. If you want to be with her, he will. Okay. The advice she needed to hear to avoid those after the wedding blues. Don't be too quick to say I do, they told her. Check his background, his people, and his people's people before you take him on. Observe him. See what he feels about the women in his life, past and present. Observe his actions with his mother, his sisters, or even his sister friends. Okay? Johnson said, say it louder. Check his background. Hers too. Men, check her background. All right? He might be your client, not necessarily your husband. Listen, I'm going to put some snaps on that one. Daughter. Daughter, understand this. People come into our lives for a reason, season, lifetime, whatever the case. But there's a reason always. There's always a reason why. Just because you're unmarried, just because you are desiring a companion, and this young man comes around to your life or back in your life or whatever the case, sometimes it would behoove you to understand the real reason. Don't allow yourself to lay up under somebody, assuming out of you just because you're in a place of hurting or need or whatever the case. Thank you, Frankie. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you too. Go and feed them babies, okay? We'll see you soon. So, but don't be so quick to assume that this person is meant for your life, for your love, for your heart. This person could potentially be meant only for you to help heal. But the only way to understand that, y'all, is to know where you are, who you are, understand what signs are being shown to you. Don't give yourself up so quickly, so easily. Divine on this person and understand where they're coming from, what they're here for. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the inconsistencies. Pay attention, because Spirit is showing you everything you need to know. But this person, like the elders say, he might be your client and not necessarily your husband. Okay? And one of the elders, don't confuse the two. Do not confuse the two. That man may not be meant to be your husband. Okay? The elders went on to ask a number of very important questions and to give clear advice. Consider the following questions. Does he resent women or love and respect them? Check the records. Has he ever been abusive to women through physical or verbal means? Is incest interwoven into his family history or his genes? Find out about his previous relationships with women, with the women in his life, especially his mother. Does he have an active relationship with his mother? This will give you an idea of how you will be treated once the doors are shut and the union settles in. Oftentimes, we don't do our due diligence in this background check. And you expect, ooh, sis, I just heard it. The notorious saying that we say all the time. I can fix him. I can help him. I can heal him. Baby, he been living how many years before he knew you? If he ain't fixed, helped, healed himself, what you finna do? What's gonna motivate him to do? Why? What? That motivation got to come from within, sis. What you gonna do? What you finna do is the question. What you about to do that he ain't had the opportunity to do for the first 50 years he was living before you? Okay. Remember, check him out closely before you take on a relationship. And while you're checking him out, check yourself out too. Come on, Charity. What you see is what you get. What you see, baby. Don't stop excusing. Stop. Maya Angelou, may she rest. That queen was one of the wisest ones to ever do it, honey. Her sisterly type, baby. Maya Angelou says, when a person shows you who they are, Believe them. Believe them. When a person shows you who they are, believe them. Krishna said, don't be fix-it. Don't be fix-it Felix or Wreck-It Ralph. Don't be fix-it Felix or Wreck-It Ralph, period. When a person shows you who they are, believe them. Stop trying to read between the lines. I said this to somebody yesterday. When a person tells you their favorite color is blue, stop trying to reason with yourself and determine, well, I know they say blue, but maybe it was periwinkle. What about baby blue? It could be aqua. What about, listen. Does he have an undiagnosed depressive past? Listen, suicide. Listen. Hey, Queen. How are you? I'm wonderful. Welcome. Good to see you. Listen. Okay. Listen. When a person shows you who they are, you must believe them. Stop justifying. Stop making excuses for. Don't do that to yourself. Do not do that to yourself. Take in the information that's being told to you. Listen to spirit and listen to what's being told to you. See what's being revealed to you. Take it for face value. Don't you dare add an excuse or justification to it. Take it. Well, I mean, he might just be having a bad day. So then what you're seeing is how he handles having a bad day. Hello, somebody. Pay attention. Pay attention to what's being shown to you. Pay attention. These things are being shown to you for a reason. Pay attention. Okay? Again, a lot of the stuff that we go through, a lot of the pain and suffering that we deal with, sis, we bring it on ourselves. Because we refuse to pay attention to those signals, those signs. We refuse. We want to excuse them away, and we're excusing them away out of our own hurt, pain, need. Come on, man. Okay, open your eyes, unclog them ears, okay? Are you carrying some tucked away hurts within you? These have got to be healed first. Otherwise, you'll act out the real you, the hidden and hurt you in your marriage. And baby, listen, today we got a whole bunch, not a bunch, a whole bunch of people in marriages right now today acting out their hidden and hurt selves. Yes, they are. They just happen to do it with a band on their finger. I'm just saying. And a piece of paper that just happened to share both their names. If needed, get help. Commit to cleansing yourself on the inner planes. Above all, do not rush into a union due to fear of being alone or the mistaken belief that this is my last chance. Okay? Yes, she says we have tunnel vision. So we miss what is going on around us. We miss it because we're too busy seeing out of our dysfunction. We're too busy seeing out of our need, our thirst, our pain, our insecurities, our missing places. We're too busy seeing out of our hurt, our, ugh. And it causes our vision to be so obscured and blurred. Come into the union with your whole self intact, knowing that what you give, you're supposed to get back. Reciprocity is part of the divine order. If you are not getting reciprocity, come on. Some of the stuff, it shouldn't have to be told. Some of this stuff we shouldn't have to say. I'm just saying. Some of this stuff is elementary, my dear Watson. It's elementary. Lauryn Hill said it best. It could all be so simple, but we'd rather make it hard. We do it to ourselves. This ain't nobody's fault but yours. Nobody's. Turn that finger that you point down and he, or she, or him, or her. Turn it right back around this way. You. Because that person showed you 20 years ago that they wasn't going to handle you right. And for 20 years, you've been hoping and wishing and praying that that today might be the day that they actually turn around and do better. Girl. Child. Okay, listen. Does anybody have a prescription for medication to rid delusion and grandeur? Baby. I would turn my finger in my direction quick when I have bumped my head. You got to. You must. I know it's been said that we got to forgive or forget. No, ma'am, you can forgive, but don't you dare forget, because in that forgetting, you're going to forget the lesson that you learned. Forgive, yes. Don't you better not forget. You better not forget, because you've been shown some things in that situation. Take them lessons and apply them. Remember them from here on out, so you don't go down this road again. Okay? All right? Reciprocity is part of the divine order. It's part of the divine order. If you giving more than what you getting, daughter, come on now. No, we ain't got time to forget the lessons. No, we do not. All right? When your standards rise, there are certain things you will no longer stand for. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it again. When your standards rise, when your standards for yourself rise, there are certain things that you will not settle for ever again in life. When your standards rise, there are certain things that you will not settle for ever again in life. Okay? Ever again in life. Ever again. Okay? Apostle K says, first, we must look at ourselves before we look at anyone else. If it's important that you live and not die in your situation, period. Period. Okay? Period. All right? Don't check things out against your ego alone. Invite your spirit to sit in as well. Also, ask your mentors and your elders, your honorable and balanced friends, and your extended family to assist you in this observation process. Again, a telltale sign that something ain't right is when you offer them an invite to your people's table and they refuse. Why you scared, bruh? What you worried about? It ain't nothing but look, some chicken, greens, cornbread, sweet potatoes, macaroni and cheese, look Kool-Aid. What you scared for? Huh? Come on, have a seat, sit down. You need something? Let me fix your plate. That's my uncle. That's my Uncle Larry, my Auntie Connie, my mama. That's my daddy. That's my brother Donnie. That's my sister Melena, my sister Danielle Tisa. Yeah. That's my brother Shaq, my brother BJ. That's my Uncle Calvin, my Uncle Denzel. Yeah. That's my cousin. That's my cousin, Maurice Brandon, Kitty Kier. Yeah. Come on in. Come on in, have a seat. Come on in, have a seat. Come on in, have a seat. Take your shoes off. Listen, relax yourself. So they can read you for filth. And they may not say nothing to you about it. They're gonna ask you cordial questions, regular old questions. Yeah. Oh, but they're gonna be observing. You better know that. And you better understand when we disperse, they're going to pull me by my little old elbow and say, meeting in the next room, please. Meeting in the next room, please and thank you. Come on over here. We got some footnotes for you. Because they see things that you don't see. Because you two caught up in the rapture of love, in the words of Anita Baker. Get in here. Get in here right now and set it down so we can talk to you. Okay? Always keep in mind that in the end, you can only attract a reflection of some part of you. So if you're wondering why you keep getting this same type of no good, no nothing dude, or this no good, no nothing woman, you're only attracting a reflection of some part of you. Okay? You be sure to go within and clean up your negative thoughts, attitudes, habits, and patterns. Your observations and reflections need to be like a crystal or a diamond, brilliantly clear. Your future joy depends on it. It depends on it. All right. You might want to present the following guide to courting a sacred woman to your possible husband to be. His response will tell you a great deal about your potential and your sacred union. Pay attention to the response. Okay. Guide to courting a sacred woman. It says, I am a sacred woman. Don't just pluck me out of my family. It is not done that way traditionally. I've been specially trained and groomed for this role in my life. Bring me gifts of flowers, precious oils, jewels, and sacred cloths. Speak words of sweetness and play me music of heavenly sounds. Handle me with loving care, just as you would a dove. I sit on my lotus throne surrounded by my blood and extended family, by my spiritual teachers and by my mentors and elders. Come through them and ask for me. Come through them and ask for me. Okay? I say it all the time, honey. I say it all the time. You say this a preach here, huh? This a preach, yes. I say it all the time, baby. You want to find me? You say you want me, huh? You say you need me. You say you gotta hide me. You want to find me? You want me? You got to go through spirit to find me. You got to go through spirit to locate she, me, and her. You ain't gonna find me at no club. You ain't gonna find me down to the bar, where the Honda cars be. Nah. You want me? You got to go through spirit to find me. Know that. There's a certain caliber of conversation that I'm having. Call it what you may. Oh, she boosh. Call it what you wanna. Oh, she thinks she out. Call her whatever you want to call it, baby. You gonna call me free, huh? And you gonna call me sacred. I don't need a man. I desire companionship. Two different things. I know it did this here to somebody's head. I don't need a man. I desire companionship. Two different things. I am 1000% happy right here as a single unmarried individual. Believe it. Know it, trust it, believe it. I'm not missing nothing. Nothing at all. And whomever that divine mate is, he, with his fullness and his wholeness, he's going to come to my fullness and wholeness. And baby, we got a surplus of abundance. But he ain't needed to fill no voids over here, because ain't no voids over here. She's not leaking. She ain't sprung a leak. Huh? Okay. Okay. So no, you ain't just gonna come pluck me up. You can think you done ran game, baby. Oh, you don't even understand who and whose I am. You don't even understand who backs me, who surrounds me, who covers me, who protects me. And you certainly don't understand the type of goddess I am. Baby, pull the wool over who eyes. Oh, okay. I seen you already. I seen you already. I say this all the time. I see way more than I say. I observe. I pay attention. That's what I do. All right. And that's it. That's a segment that we're going to stop at right there, you all, because I'm at the Love Progress Report, and we're going to finish this next week. This is a big, big chapter, as it should be. As it should be. Okay? As it should be. All right? This is good. This was good. I know I dove into, I kind of ate up some of our time when I was going through the full supermoon. Okay, but it was necessary. It needed to happen. If you missed that portion, then go hit the replay. Go to the top of the segment, and you'll be able to follow along with what season we're in right now with that beautiful, beautiful full supermoon that's happening out there today. Okay, or tonight, or then tomorrow, and things like that. You'll be able to see what's going on. Okay, listen, you all. Next, this coming Sunday, we're going to elevate and go to the next chakra. That is the sacral chakra. Sacral chakra. That's the fun. All of them are fun, but that's a fun chakra. Okay. That's a fun one. And it's in line. It's in line. It's in line. It's in line with what we're talking about here. It's going to be in line it's going to set the precedence for where we're going to finish, what we're going to finish on next week with regards to Sacred Union. And it's going to be amazing. I'm telling you, everything is in sync. Everything is in sync. And I love it so very much. This is necessary for all of us, you all. Okay. We are here to do greater things, better things, more spectacular, more divine, more sacred things. We are here to elevate ourselves to our most highest level in spirit, in the physical, in our emotions, in our mental, in our spiritual spaces, in our physical spaces that then translates to our financial spaces, to our relationships where we go to learn and grow and build, to everything, our careers. Every single thing is going to be in line. What do I say all the time? In purpose, on purpose, 100% of the time. Okay? In purpose, on purpose, 100% of the time. You're very welcome, Miss Lori. Thank you so very much. You enjoyed this live. I love it. I'm glad you did. What time do I start on Sunday? We are 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday. On Tuesdays, we are 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. So on Tuesdays, we're reading through Sacred Woman. On Sundays, we started the chakra series this past Sunday. So if you did not check out the root chakra and the conversation and the meditation, we did a guided meditation. We did some releasing. Some of the viewers did some crying. They did some shedding and purging. Perfect timing. Everything was linear. Everything was on purpose, in purpose, on purpose, 100% of the time. It's now time, you all. It is time. It is time. It is time for us to heal, for us to grow, for us to let go of old things, old mindsets, old things that so easily beset us, old things that tossed us to and fro. It's time to get firmly planted. It's time to get immovable, unshakable, unbreakable. It's time to lay firm foundations so that we are firmly rooted and deeply rooted where we stand and know what we're here to do, know what our purposes are, know what we're sent to do, know what our breath is for. Okay? Okay? Charity said, how can I get back to the Sunday sessions? You can go to my YouTube channel, okay? Go to the YouTube channel. All of the links, the information is in the captions, but go to the YouTube channel. It is Bianca Miss B on all platforms, honestly. Bianca Miss B Lee. Bianca Miss B Lee. Bianca, quote, Miss B. Miss is spelled M-Z-B-E-E, quote, Lee. Bianca Miss B Lee, okay? Go to that YouTube channel. When you go to the YouTube, those of you all, let me say this. For everybody who has YouTube or has access to YouTube, do not play with me. Carry yourself over to that YouTube channel and subscribe and turn on the notifications and like the videos. Not the videos, y'all, the videos, okay? Do that because there are some great and wonderful dynamic conversations that you do not want to miss. Okay? Great, wonderful, dynamic information that you don't want to miss. Get on over there and catch up to what we're doing. Get on down the street. Okay? Get on down them streets. All right? Also, you can feel free to go to my website. There's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful content there. You can catch out some of the old previous conversations, previous interviews that I've done. You can go and you said spell it again. It's right there on the screen. Look, right on the screen. You got Bianca Miss B Lee. Bianca Miss B Lee. You can go to my, if you want to get to my pages, you can go to my website right there too, BiancaMissBLee.com. BiancaMissBLee.com. The information is right there on the screen. But everywhere on either Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, it's Bianca Miss B Lee. You can't miss it. I am the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. Be sure to like, be sure to comment, be sure to subscribe, be sure to share. Be sure, you all, okay? I also have other pages, other things that you all can follow me on. You can follow me again, Miss B Lee, Bianca Miss B Lee. You can follow on Let's Be Real. Let's Be Real is a place where it's just information, content, current events, and things like that that is beneficial to our people, our culture, our gender, things like that. BB Entertainment, I have an entertainment firm that I give information. If you all know me, then you know that I came from the entertainment arena. And so I give sound counsel about what it is that how you can elevate yourself without signing your soul away in the music industry, okay? Or in the entertainment industry alone as a whole. The BTS Awards. BTS Awards is my platform where I co-found with my partner Little Marie, and we actually celebrate what we call the stars behind the stars, where we give recognition to those who are underappreciated, underpaid often, do all the work, but only get a little piece of the recognition, if any at all. And then EMC Cube, you already know what that is, all natural infused decadence, okay? So listen, you all, I love y'all. I mean it. There is absolutely, positively, and I mean absolutely, positively nothing you can do about it. Don't forget, Sunday. We are here 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we are diving into sacral chakra. We're going to do another meditation. There's a meditation per chakra, per energy center, okay? Alrighty, you all. We'll see you then. Have a phenomenal rest of your evening. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Don't forget, go outside, take a look at the moon, speak to the moon, communicate with the moon, share the moon, share with the moon, okay? Do that, because that's what she's out there for, all right? Every element of this universe is sent here for you, is in line with you, is connected to you, okay? So don't dismiss it. All right? I love you. I mean it. It's absolutely, positively nothing you can do about it. Don't you even try. Y'all have a phenomenal rest of your week. Peace.